Hello, Genial Gamer Gal here, back with another video. And this is video game pickups number 11. I don't have too many games to show for the past few months. Usually I have a little bit more than this, but with the quarantine that was going on, I didn't go out and pick up any games in person. So most of these games that you're gonna see here today are online pickups. And there were a few I did pick up in person before the quarantine, so I have a little mix here. But hopefully soon I can start going into some gaming stores again and start picking up things in person. All right, let's jump right in and see what I have found over the past few months. First we have here for the Nintendo Switch, La Mulana 1 and 2 Hidden Treasures Edition. And I did an unboxing of this already, and I'll put the card if you'd like to check it out and look at it. But I mean, it is a pretty hefty box here. I can't even get it in the frame barely. I haven't even touched the game yet, but I did pick it up because it's got a little platforming puzzle elements to it, and I do enjoy that. And this is actually, I believe this was actually the only way you can get it physical. I don't think I saw it just like a regular standard edition. I just saw the Hidden Treasures edition, so I just grabbed it and picked it up. All right, some more Nintendo Switch games. So we have Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, and it's a fun platforming game. I do enjoy it, and it was also under 20 bucks. And you can play co-op 1 to 4. And I'm always looking for some co-op games that I can play with my husband, have some fun, so I decided to pick this one up. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I did unseal this, and I honestly don't remember if I played it or not. I might have popped it in for like a few minutes, but I did not really get into this, so I have to dive back into this and check it out again. Again, this was a pickup. I think it was like around 20 or so. When Amazon does their sales, I am all over it. Speaking of sales, Super Mario Maker 2, and I picked this up way back when Nintendo was doing their Mario Day sale, so it was that week. They were doing that sale, and that's when I picked this up. I think it was like 45 bucks or something. So you really can't argue with, you know, saving some money there. So that is why I picked this one up. And I've only played a bit through story mode, through maybe 3/4 of it. And I love the story mode, so I really need to get on grabbing a Nintendo Online account. I still have not done that because I need to check out some of these levels that everyone is making. I do see some YouTube videos on them, and there's some speedrunners that run through these levels, and they look amazing. Probably most of them that I could never play, and I'd be terrible at them, but still, there's different difficulty levels and stuff, so I'm pretty sure I would enjoy playing through them on here, so I need to get on that quick. And we have Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom, and I found this at Best Buy. It was like one of the few copies left, and I have not busted it open, and I have seen this game shoot up in price. It is absolutely ridiculous, but I haven't played this game yet, so at some point I'm going to bust this open and play it. Or maybe I'll wait for a digital copy sale since this all of a sudden became ridiculously expensive. So I don't know, we'll see. But in any case, I do need to play this, and if this game does go on sale cheap enough digitally, I will grab it. And here we have a limited run edition game, Blossom Tales: The Sleeping King. And they always come with a nifty little card. Pretty cool, just a little collector's card. And this, gosh, I was waiting for this for a little while, and I wasn't sure actually when my order was going to come with the quarantine and all, so I was expecting this to be like extremely delayed. Because I mean, who knew with production and everything, they kind of slowed some down. But here's Blossom Tales: The Sleeping King, and I have not played this yet. I have not busted it open. Maybe I'll do that in a future episode, maybe do an unboxing and gameplay of Blossom Tales the Sleeping King, but it just looked so charming that I had to get the physical copy of it. It just looked really, really good, so I had to get the physical copy. And the final Nintendo Switch game here is Heroland Noble Edition. And my box got a little bit crunched. This was on sale on Amazon. And Amazon, I don't know why you put your box games inside an envelope, but it is a terrible idea, so please stop doing it. All right, rant over. In any case, this was on sale. I think originally when it came out, I think it's been like several months now, it was like 50 bucks or something, and I was like, I am not paying 50 bucks for this game. So I waited and waited and waited and waited, and I think I paid just under 30. So pretty good, and it's got some nice little goodies inside of it. I do love goodies, but it's a nice little kind of RPG exploring dungeon kind of thing. So I love RPGs and dungeons, and it's, you know, 16-bit. I do love some of the old school games that are, or old school style games that are being made. I do enjoy those. That's pretty neat. So I grabbed it to check it out, and I'll pop it open at some point and see, I mean, what it does. So maybe I'll do an unboxing and gameplay of that also. If you're interested, let me know. Alright, on to some N64 games, and most of these games are the ones I picked up at a game expo before quarantine happened, so I was pretty excited to find some of these. And one of them is Tetris. I know, I am a little Tetris nerd, so I do love the Tetris games, and I have not played this yet. And I know it's in like a 3D style Tetris, so I'm pretty interested in checking this out. So I did test the cart though, so I know it works, but my N64 is not connected. I have to rotate systems to play them, so not enough room for everything, unfortunately. So it's not being played right now. Next game is Yoshi's Story. I have not played this. I've played... Is this one similar to the SNES one, I think? I'm not too familiar with most of the Yoshi games. But Yoshi's Story was one I did not have in my collection. I heard great things about it, and I just had to grab it. So another game I found at the Game Expo. And I mean, they weren't too badly priced, which is why I picked them up. Sometimes when you go to Game Expos, they jack up the price a bit. And a SNES game, we have Super RType. I do love my shooters, so I did have to grab this one. Pretty excited to have this pretty classic shooter. And no, this is not the expensive one. The expensive one is the Third Lightning, so I picked up the cheaper one. Just a fun little shmup to kind of shoot around when you just feel like blowing things up. The next one is a DS game, Ivy the Kiwi, and I knew nothing about this game. I've never even heard of it. Never even heard of it. Gosh, I can't even speak. Never even heard of it, and I stumbled upon it across eBay when I was looking just for some games, and it is actually still sealed, and it wasn't terribly expensive, so I decided to grab it. It kind of looked like a quirky, charming platforming game. And it says it was from the creators of Sonic, so I mean, how bad could it actually be? So, I don't know. Platforming game, just decided to grab it, and it's got a whole bunch of challenges, so I figured, hey, it would keep me busy. And I grabbed it. It's in my collection. At some point, I will bust it open and play it. And a 3DS game, Kirby Planet Robobots. I mean, you really can't have enough Kirby games, and this kind of intrigued me. I mean, he's kind of got this little robot suit and everything, so I decided to grab it and check it out. And am I the biggest Kirby fan? No, but I do enjoy a good Kirby game now and then, so I just had to grab this one, and I heard great things about this one, so that's why I decided to pick it up. And my final two games are Sega Genesis games, believe it or not. I know, it's unusual for me to pick up for any other system besides Nintendo, but I did want a few games from the Genesis. So the first one I grabbed is Aladdin. And I grabbed this one. I don't have the SNES version, but I wanted the Sega Genesis version because this one, Aladdin has a sword. So I don't know if you can see it in there. Yeah, so he's carrying a sword. In the SNES version, they took out the sword. I don't know why, but they did. So I wanted this version with the sword in it, grabbed it. It is complete and it's in pretty decent shape. And this is one I did get at the Game Expo. Was pretty excited to find it. And the final Genesis game I picked up is Chuck Rock. And I honestly didn't know too much about this game other than it's a platforming game. And I did put this in the system a bit and played it a bit, and I really need to get used to the controls. It's a little, I don't want to say a little wonky and stuff, but the way he controls and hits enemies, I think it's a little bit delayed than what I'm used to. I don't know, but I just need to get used to the controls. It is a fun game though. And it does have the manual and everything in it, which I try to get everything complete so I don't have to hunt stuff down. But yeah, I mean, I never played this before until I grabbed it and popped it in. So I'm gonna have to give this another go. And I mean, it's really, really good. It's a nice little platforming game here. So pretty excited to add that to my collection. And the only Genesis games I'm planning on picking up are the ones that are not on the Sega Genesis Classics collection for the Switch. So, and I don't mean like every single Sega Genesis game that's not on the collection I'm gonna grab. Just the ones that interest me that are not on that collection are the ones I'm gonna grab. And I mean, the only games I've really played on the Genesis are like Sonic and stuff. So if you know of any hidden gems that you think are great on the Genesis, let me know and I will add that to my list. All right, so that wraps up this episode of Video Game Pickups. Let me know what you think of the games that I have picked up in this episode. If there's anything you would like to see, a closer look maybe, unboxing, gameplay, let me know as well in the comments below. And that wraps it up for this video. As always, thanks for watching and have a good one. Hey, thanks for checking out my video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at GenialGamerGal. Also, be sure to check out other gaming videos on my channel, including collections, pickups, unboxings, reviews, and news. I'll see you in the next one.